higher for 1 GH and about in summer a dance echoes other platforms no and an engineer age and all the current update in the ever. Just as I was on Sake Biano like Ashe Ammonia so the equipe update and also with you could be already in fearing chimney and card one chairman. Ye name the breaking news about to judges a Accra High Court. I postponed a ruling nice according by the 4-seat. Just say that pending as a Supreme Court a question no or can't you say omun here and I say omunti a NDC for in some worker and some of my course at a recollation a year Accra High Court education na a Saturday 4th of January and I say on 6th of January any best a MPs in 6 na 7 years swear a president elect. So say a year court any EC or monumentum. So a year court are postponed a case no a beca ruling no Asha Saturday now. Sabri and Mokasi a beca during Tama and case no ye closing it down more lawyers for NPP free court bano. NPP lawyers they are down. NDC lawyers 4-seater at that pending. Tema South, Ablekuma North, and the rest, no. Babasa Day, it be bright, any all that a NDC piece, no. When my session, when yaji, I'm a lawyer, Edudzi Tamakloe, a breaky silence, I'm a better nation. A year, the 4-seat NDC pieces, you know. A Babasa Day can be bright, and a more can also a breaky silence. I almost say better mass matches and yes, and couldn't go in your radio.
Bring you the details of these stories. Residents of Tema Central, Okaikwe Central, Ablekuma North, and Techiman South would have to wait up to at least Saturday, January 4 to know with certainty their member of parliament elect. And Accra High Court on Wednesday listened to legal arguments from lawyers of the NDC and the NPP.
Making a case for the collation of results in the 4 constituencies under dispute, lead counsel for the New Patriotic Party's candidates, Gary Numakon, described the delay as unreasonable and noted that it would affect the constituents in Ablekuma North, Okaikwe Central, Techiman South, and Tema Central. Among other things, he argued that there were irregularities including fraud and duress leading to the declaration of the winners of the constituencies under disputes. He requested for videos of the declarations to be played in court to buttress his point. Counsel for the Electoral Commission, Justin Amanuvo, supported the NPP's application to collate and declare the results as it was part of its mandate which had been truncated. He argued that failure to do so will affect future elections as more interferences could occur. But lead counsel for the NDC parliamentary candidate, Godwin Edudzi Tamakloe, vehemently opposed the NPP's application. He maintained that the rules of the application were not being adhered to and rather looked like an election petition with the orders they were seeking from the court. After more than 5 hours of proceedings, Justice Banforce in Japan adjourned the case to Saturday, January 4 to rule on the NPP's application. NDC Director of Legal, Edudzi Tamakloe, reacted to the court's earlier decision on the objection.
Oh no, I mean we had to go into the main matter. As you are aware, once judgment has not been delivered, I don't want to speak on it. Saturday is just around the corner, and then we'll take. No, I mean from the point that the judge says we should basically argue the substantive matter, I think we're okay with it.
Dr. Justice Sremsai, one of the representing lawyers, outlined the party's stance.
A judicial review application in the nature of mandamus into allegation of petition is something that is against policy. So, for example, by this morning's ruling, what it means is that we are likely to have 276, judicial review, at least 276 judicial review, even before the EC Gazette reports, or even before declarations are made. Because according to the ruling, at any time that you think that a public official has done something untoward, you may bring an action for judicial review in the nature of mandamus. So you can imagine the challenge that this ruling, if it's allowed to stand, would cause to our democracy.
Parliamentary candidates of the NDC maintain that they remain optimistic.
Let's see how Saturday goes. We'll wait for the ruling on Saturday, but we're very confident that with the case that will put before the judge, and the strength of the authorities we cited. I mean, this shows that this will be affirmed.
I have no doubt that the will of the people will still stand. God will give it.
It's going to be a race against time as Parliament will swear in newly elected members of Parliament on January 6th, which is Monday, because on Saturday, January 4, the High Court will decide on the NPP suit, which is to compel the Electoral Commission to collate and declare the results of 4 constituencies under dispute. These constituencies are Tema Central, Okaikwe Central, Ablekuma North, and Techiman South. We'll see how the things will look like on Saturday. Lord Edudzi, TV3 News, Accra High Court.
Away from the courts now with less than a week to the inauguration of President-elect John Dramani Mahama, he has already raised concerns about the increasing pressure to fulfill his campaign promise of a lean government while also meeting the demands of various stakeholders. Tonight, we will focus on the impending ministerial appointments by President-elect John Mahama, which, many says has sparked intense debate in and around the political party and expectations.
We shall assemble and operate the leanest but most efficient government under the history of our Fourth Republic.
It was a campaign promise made during the NDC's campaign launch. It promised to reduce the number of ministers to 60, a number significantly lower than the current administration's 85.
We'll reduce significantly the size of government. And as announced in my speech at the UPSA late last year, in a crisis situation like this, it is my belief that this country can be governed efficiently with 60 ministers and deputy ministers.
Per Article 78(1) of the 1992 Constitution, the President is required to appoint a majority of ministers of state from Parliament. However, President-elect John Dramani Mahama says he's already under intense pressure from various stakeholders.
When I was campaigning, every constituency I go to, the paramount chief says, we're going to vote for you. But when we vote for you, you must make our son a minister. Hey. Meanwhile, at the time I say, I want to appoint more than 60 ministers, every paramount chief wants his son to be a minister. And we want to have a constituency, let's say 180 something. And so let's say 60 out of 180, you can imagine what the balance left will be. But God will guide us.
Clearly, the President's promise to maintain a lean government may limit his ability to fulfill the requests of the traditional leaders. But as he navigates these competing demands, the nation awaits his decisions with great anticipation. Judith Brown, TV3 News.
The president-elect, meanwhile, maintains his vision remains running Ghana with a lean and efficient government structure. He's been promising to tackle corruption while building a Ghana of hope and aspiration.
My vision for our great nation includes a lean, efficient government responsive to your aspirations as a proud Ghanaian. We will work tirelessly to correct the outgoing administration's many wrongs, tackle corruption with dogged determination, and reduce excessive government expenditures. Each citizen's voice will be heard, and together we'll build a Ghana that reflects our collective hopes and dreams, the Ghana we all want and voted convincingly for. To the youth, you are our most valuable asset. Your energy, creativity, and passion are vital to our future success. I urge you to believe in yourselves and in the endless possibilities that lie ahead of you. Your participation will be crucial as we work together to cultivate a thriving economy and forge a brighter future for all. To business owners and entrepreneurs, I want you to know that my administration will support your efforts to create jobs and wealth. We are committed to removing barriers, simplifying processes, and providing the necessary resources to empower you to build and expand your businesses. Together, let us embrace positivity and hope. Let us stand united in the belief that we can reset our economy, restore dignity and integrity, and renew our collective commitment to building the Ghana we want.
Stay on issues of politics, and a host of religious leaders across the country have been sharing their views on which aspect of governance they expect President-elect John Mahama to focus on. President-elect John Dramani Mahama, during the campaign period, announced a 120-day action plan. Key aspects of the program include announcing a list of his cabinet ministers within 14 days. Other areas of focus include establishing a framework of ensuring that appointees stick to ethical standards and holding a national dialogue on the state of the economy. Some religious leaders during the crossover service shared their own expectations of the incoming president.
A high court case and not just say we are breaking it down a teen chichimuni. I may who said in your made a sequel. It's a lawyer Edudzi Tamakloe needs more to ja HSA. Court ne casano. So on person be prejudgment be a do or makabi bikakra and omit me jinaswa kasa. And it's NDC pieces a rabina ibi bright ni wabasa dikmono. It's a mokasa me who say so the hope kakra de ashegana for especially those in their constituencies, especially those who want the will of Ghanaians heading a prevailing or share a Ghana for say. Or money they are very optimistic. They know in their self say whether the ruling ever ban say embano. They know say the will of the Ghanaians, the will of those in their constituencies. Any bigina. The omo constituencies in the air panel and then the beba. And they know, say the will, just say. And yet they Ghana bekasa. You see biomo kasa money be renew. They see the will of Ghanaians in the be juma. And the will of Ghanaians is so no any bekasa dia. Definitely a beer. No money bedi a bidding kunim. A beer in case of bidding kunim. A beer no money bidding kunim. As I said, so yet say enyas and ketwa. After that, and as you see President John Dramani Mahama name some more kind a sure Ghana for you say. Or no government bano. The government bano. Found one in your mouth and this government ye. Must say economy I say Ghana no. They will make sure their government will be a lean government. Chese. Nya afuna mko the ministers deputy second deputy third deputy deputy. Ministers be cho faso bi ene so. 60 ministers are more kind they make sure say don't be mana ye adwuma. Even though ahemfo bebre or be pressure say oh ye person ka odi be minister person ka odi minister so atini nyina na so no de Ghana for do ne hwehwe no ene say ye adwuma enye kuro kituwa bi kuro na yes ahemfo ne wom no that town and I say kuro no enso sin Ghana nyina Ghana so sin sa kuro no so de Ghana for hwehwe no ene say ye adwuma de Ghana for ejina so eto abakesie emom no ene say ye adwuma minjini se kuro bi wo ho a omododo no edru eye the number of people moto abama eye Mahama vote onyan a dose sin kuro bia I Ghana ha just enya asenketo so be make sure say the Ghana for hwehwe no ene be or the be adwuma enko base de ohene bi ka do biti mo na so the majority ne ka no and or the be adwuma he will make sure say the Ghana that we want to know ye nyina be build it together na said ya buy we money as Ghana no with impunity ni nyina obeye den obeye free ho corruption abehye ekoni nyina no obisisi ama Ghana fan into my pie den if you are sure Ghana for need the youth nyina chese yetin ho nsem nyina chese in asanketo or can say maybe with my child under the comment section subscribe and share more news reading nye binti no so hu die ko bi 100% himself for your